give us a little state of the lake show of Northwestern lacrosse.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think we're just excited for every day, grateful for every day, trying to be present. We're not looking forward to May. We're just enjoying April.
And then matchup coming up with Maryland. You have a little experience with them, saw them twice last year. What can we kind of expect from that game?
Yeah, I mean, they're a great team, and I think there's kind of a little bit of a rivalry, Northwestern, Maryland, two pretty well-respected Big Ten programs. So I think whenever we go head-to-head, it's always a really fun game. It's the type of game that, that's the game you come to Northwestern for, to play games against teams like Maryland. So I think that's very exciting, and I think we're all really excited just to get the opportunity to play an opponent like Maryland. Yeah.
And then for you, when you're preparing for, game day, what are some of the things that you do off the field to get you ready to perform in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, I think the usual, hang out with my teammates, have fun, do what I can in that regard, but also just meditation and prayer and all that stuff just to kind of get my mind right. But yeah, so I think those are the things I do, and then as a team, we really try and especially on these away trips, spend time together, enjoy every minute that we have together, and just make it a fun experience. I think it's always the best when we're having fun, and on and off the field that applies.
And then 12 games into the season, how have you kind of seen the defensive side of the field kind of evolve as the season's gone on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've just gotten more and more comfortable with each other. We like to call ourselves the misfits, and it really fits for the group we have back there. I think also with injuries and stuff like that, we've definitely had to adapt, but that I think has just made us even more flexible and has just made that defensive family a little bit bigger. So yeah, it's been great to have Maddie Smith back there on D. That was something that at the beginning of the year I never would have anticipated that she'd be playing low D. But she's crushing it, and so then to have Sammy and Carly back now, I think we all just have the utmost love and confidence for each other and in each other. So I think from February to now, it's just been an increase of love and trust.
And then in the goalie room, just kind of tell me about that group with Kara and Fran.
Yeah, I feel so lucky to be in goalie world. It truly is the best. We're all very close, which is so special. I think sometimes goalie can be a hard position. There are these people you're competing directly with to beat on the field. But when you have a group like we do with, Kara and Franny and Lex, our goalie coach, it just creates a different environment. It's not about competing, it's about working together and having fun together and making each other better. And so I think it's really great. Franny and Kara and myself, we're all very different people, but it's been so fun to get to hang out with them so much. So yeah, I think I'm very lucky from a goalie perspective.
And then for you, sixth year, people talk about that. What's it kind of like, you start your college experience and you're probably thinking, I'll be 4 years and go live my life.
Yeah.
To still be in college, and I'm sure you have, friends who are in their second year of the real world. What's it kind of like to still be in this place where you get to just play lacrosse every day?
It's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think getting to play this game and getting to play it here at the highest level, how can you not? I think obviously the pandemic was very bad for a number of reasons and had a really detrimental effect on a lot of people and a lot of infrastructures. But, one silver lining from that was the eligibility that we got back from the NCAA. And I think getting to be here, having had my amazing 4 years at Tufts and now getting to have 2 great years here, I definitely wouldn't trade that to be, out in the working world. So.
And then just for you off the field, What are some things that are kind of happening in your life? Reading any books, watching any movies, watching
Yeah,
shows?
I've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Dylan and Erin, we play Fortnite together. I have been crocheting a lot. I'm big into crocheting. Just recently made Dylan a pickle keychain. Yeah, like a dill pickle. I'm reading a book called And the Band Played On. It's a kind of long history of the people and the politics of the AIDS epidemic. Yeah, and then I'm just hanging out with people and having fun.
And then for you, as a prominent, women's college athlete, to see what's been going on with women's basketball and seeing all the viewership and everything, what's that kind of like as a woman athlete?
Oh, I mean, it's phenomenal. I mean, the numbers are ridiculous. I think, people will say Angel Reese this, Caitlin Clark that, Paige Beckers, all this stuff. But at the end of the day, what they're doing for their sport is absolutely phenomenal. I think people can have their own opinions on who's the best or whatever, but this is just generating more and more buzz for women's sports and particularly women's college basketball. And I think that is an amazing start to giving women's collegiate athletics and professional athletics, a seat at the table. I think sports have been and still are a male-dominated field. And so I think, continuing to see women like Caitlin Clark just push that ceiling higher and higher and higher, and those expectations higher and higher and higher, I think it's just a great gift to all of women's athletics.